Alrighty, milestone video right now. I am using technology. Yeah, got a microphone right here. Got a tripod there, and this is the first video that I'm doing with a microphone. So hopefully this is something that's going to work out. So I'm gonna go around this way, not to scare anybody. Come down, because I'm not the tallest guy. So anyway, what I wanted to do was give an update on the 60 Biscayne and what's been going on. I haven't made many videos with this car in a long time, and I just wanted to give an update. I have a few videos that I have to make, big trips that I went on. Number one, with my motorcycle, I went to Sturgis, South Dakota to the 85th Sturgis Rally. So that's a video I have to make. And I just got back on Sunday. Today is Tuesday, from the Adirondack Nationals in Lake George, New York. So that's a video I have to make. But what I wanted to do was give an update on the car. So when the car was built, I got the Ellis motor in it. I had problems with the car. I sent it to get it professionally tuned, but the car was, there was a problem with the car nobody could figure out. I would slam on the gas, the car would buck wildly, and it would go into some sort of limp mode. I couldn't drive the car. It was crazy. So anyway, I had it tuned despite that problem, and paid a lot of money to have it tuned, and couldn't figure out what it was. Come to find out that it was the crank sensor, crank position sensor, I believe is the proper terminology for it. And wound up giving it back to the guy that built it for me in Wildwood, and he fixed it, did a couple of things to it, gave it back to me. Everything was great in regards to that, but in all honesty, like, I felt like something wasn't right. Even when I did like press on the gas to go, I felt like, I don't know, the car always seemed to be over revving. Pressing on the gas, the car would still like it didn't know what to do. Okay, let's get to the point. So I find a gentleman, unbelievable guy, had used to have his own business, mechanic, with his brother. Now he does his work on the side, works for the school district in his town. He took my car, went there. Because I was going to Lake George, it was a 500-mile roughly round trip. I've never taken a trip like that with this car before, so I was nervous. The reason I put the Ellis motor in this car is because I did not want this car to be on a trailer going someplace, getting towed by another vehicle. If anything, I wanted to put a trailer hitch on this car and have this car tow a trailer, possibly possibly a little canned ham camper, so I could do some camping. I wanted this to be something that I could go away with my family, take my wife, my son. We could go to Florida if we wanted, anywhere we wanted to go, because that's the whole idea, right? You put an Ellis motor in the car, you got the modern technology, the old school styling of the classic car, and that's why I spent all that money on it. But again, it it was escaping me, so I wanted to cover all the bases. So I brought it to this gentleman, got to his house, and I told him what was going on with the car. Also, I had, because this ties into it, I have the Dakota digital gauges in the car. And when the car was in park, the car would be started, the gauges would be, the mileage tracker would be moving, the odometer, right? And it would be tracking miles, and the car was in park. It wasn't going anywhere. So I thought it was a problem with the wiring, hooking up the Dakota digital gauges. I didn't know. So go back to this gentleman, gets in the car with me. He's got his scanner. Another good thing about the Ellis motor, you plug it in and it's gonna give you all the information of a modern car like your car would have. So he gets in the car. He goes, "Let's go for a drive." So we're driving this and that, and he goes, "Hmm." He's like, "Your transmission isn't shifting, right? So your transmission doesn't know what gear it's in. It doesn't know if it's in first gear. It doesn't know, it's just not shifting properly." Checks that out. He goes, "All right, now let me." So, and when the car is in park, the transmission thinks it's in first gear. Well, there you go. So finding out right there, it's not a problem with the gauges, the wiring. It's a problem with the transmission. The car is the computer. Transmission has a computer. It's reading that the car, the transmission is in first gear, and yet it's in park. So then he says, "Okay, let me switch over to the engine and review the hook up to the computer of the engine, see if there's any problems with that." Goes through that, no problems with the engine. So that was a big um, relief to me. So now he had the car there, and he said, "Let me look at the things that I could do to fix this problem with the transmission." Comes back and he tells me while he's got the car that so there was new wiring harness put in when the motor and trans were put in. That's separate than all the new wiring for the car itself, electronics of the car, meaning like all the workings of the car, lights, radio, Bluetooth radio, all of that stuff. So that was separate. So obviously, so evidently the plugs that plug from the harness into the transmission had to be pinned individually. So the gentleman that put it in, he pinned it upside down. So when you go to plug it in, it can only get plugged in one way. And if you pin the wires wrong, it it's registering wrong. It's reading wrong. The wires are in the wrong position. So the wires had to be taken out, repinned the proper way. Because, like I said, the plug can go in only one way. It's not a matter of unplugging it, flipping it around, and plugging it back in. So he fixed that problem right off the bat. Then we had the Ford Curry 9-inch, which is what started this whole LS swap. Okay, that was leaking, and he changed something with that, uh, and I got it back. And it's still leaking. There's another problem with it, so I have to bring it back to him. But we'll get to the bottom of that. So he fixed that. So he thought he fixed that, but I think it might be leaking in a different spot. But we'll see. So everything runs smoothly now. Okay, so the engine seems to be performing well. The transmission is shifting properly. Makes a big difference. Okay, rode out to the Adirondack Nationals. Like I said, roughly round trip 500 miles, and the car did great. I was driving somewhere between 75 and 85 average on the highway, and the car was doing great. Okay, so now I have another video I did on this on my channel. The exhaust used to be ran straight to the back of the car and out the back of the car. So the put the new suspension in, uh, new panhard bar holding the rear in place, um, anti-sway bars, because the old cars, they got that rolly feeling. Um, Long story short, they could not keep the exhaust the way it was. It would interfere. So they ran the exhaust. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom over here. I'll go over here and point to it. It comes out over here on the bottom, right before the rear wheel, right here. So you got the windows open. It's loud. I don't want it to be loud. I want this car to be a comfortable car. I want the exhaust run out the side. I just don't like it. So I feel like, so when I drove up, I noticed the little things, right? So I feel like the when they cut the exhaust and they welded and ran the pipe out the side, I feel like there's a leak. I don't know if there's an exhaust leak in the up front or in in somewhere. I feel like there's an exhaust leak. I could hear it. But also, I noticed that my wires were, the boots on the spark plug wires were burnt. Two of them were burnt against the headers, and there was a little spot on them that were burnt. So I put heat um, wrap on it to protect it. Um, but I don't know if it's like a little bit of a miss. I do have a check engine light on. Before I did this video, I should have ran diagnostics on the check engine light to see what codes came up. But all in all, I feel confident in taking this car wherever I want to go. Whoa, the wind is blowing. Um, and getting there, and it's gonna, I went alone up to Lake George. Um, so now it's going to go a long way to my family coming with me, the comfortability of my wife, feeling like if she gets in this old piece of crap, as she looks at it as, she won't say it, but she looks at it as, um, and feels confident that we're not going to be stuck on the side of the road. Now, anything could happen with any car. It could be a brand new car. It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is, I did the test run on it. I went up to the Adirondack Nationals. I did like over 600 plus miles up, driving around up there and there and back. So now got the comfort factor of saying, "Oh, right, he traveled with the car. It made it. It was a long trip. It's reliable. We're not going to get stuck." So that's a big thing on my part, because again, I built this car to travel with it. I built this car to take my family. I don't want to go on trips only by myself. I want to take my wife, my son with me. That's my goal. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I want this to be a family thing, because my son, this is going to be his car. Someday when I'm not here anymore, and I want him to have memories, and hopefully he'll have a family of his own, and he'll be able to talk to his family. Hey, you know, this was my dad's car, grandpa's car, and grandpa. And I have great memories in this car. And pass it down the line, pass it along. So that's the goal. So now the Adirondack Nationals video, I filmed a lot of stuff. I got to put it together. Sturgis video, that's the motorcycle that I went up to Sturgis. That's another video that I really have to put together. See, like this stuff, like it's supposed to be fun for me, but it stresses me out. I'm not good with technology. Like this is a big deal for me, like I said, and so I stress out like editing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like always like putting it off. So I got to keep up to date with videos, and I want to do that on a regular. I want it to be fun. I pray to the Lord. I have a great relationship with the Lord, and I pray that He gives me a calmness, because I deal with that issue just being very anxiety ridden, as I'm assuming a lot of you will attest to. We all feel anxiety. It's tough out here in the world. So anyway, so those are videos that are going to come to my channel, and I just have to do it. So I just wanted to give you a quick update video. We got 13:40 something minutes, and for me that's great. I don't feel like I went off on tangents. So this is other stuff. I got more stuff. So now I have to say, I get a lot of compliments on this car. Okay, you can see it here, like you've seen it if you've been on my channel. I get a lot. Everybody tells me, "Oh, I love it the way it is. Don't paint it this and that." I cannot stand to look at it. I love the car, love the shape of the car, everything. I don't like the way the car looks. If this was a natural patina from nature, it's a different story. It's not. I fixed up a lot of it. The way the gentleman did it when I bought it, ugh, I looked past that. It was terrible, and this is actually better. So what I want to do is, the car has a lot of areas that need attention. The doors are totally destroyed. There's rot in them inside. They have to be changed. The hood has got a lot of Bondo in it. That has to be changed. The trunk lid needs some work. Um, this fender, I don't know if you could see down here too well in the video, but this is all rotted out. I have other videos on the channel, but the fact of the matter is, the great thing about it is I have two, I'll say perfect, and to me they are perfect, no rot on the doors at all. One is primed, one is in bare metal. The thing I'm trying to figure out is I don't really want to get the doors blasted. Okay, there's surface rust on the one door that's not primed. The other door's primed, but it has a few spots on it that have a little ding here or whatever. But you don't know what's underneath that primer, what the other person did to it. Okay, so do I take them both down to metal and start from scratch? But when you deal with blasting, the metal heats up and it warps. Do I want to take that chance? Now I also so I have the two perfect doors, okay, that really no rot going from these doors. So really all I'm doing is taking these two doors off, replacing them with the other doors, and we're starting we're golden, right? No body work needed. Very minute. I won't say no. Very minute. The hood. The hood, got a new hood. I have a parts car. I have that on the channel too. Other videos. So I got a hood from that. I had that blasted. Brought it to a friend of mine. He did the body work and got did the underside in the black that they put them in from the factory. They painted black underneath the hood. He did all the body. That is in my shed, wrapped up, ready to go on the car, and it's ready for paint. Does not need a stitch of body work. Okay, and also, so that's from the parts car. So the doors are from another gentleman that I met. Again, that's another video. A gentleman I met at a car show just by chance. Oh, this thing is blocked. Um, so, uh, so the doors came from him, and the trunk lid. He's got a trunk lid that's perfect, primered, and really I could just sand it and have it painted. Touch up a few spots, and maybe mist a little bit of coat of primer over it, and then paint it. I'm not striving for perfection with this car. Okay, so also with the parts car, I'm jumping around a lot. I'm sorry. Also with the parts car, I have this passenger fender to be replaced. It does have a little bit of like a little kink over here, but I feel that could be like banged out, a little skim of small amount of filler, and we can go with it. I'm not looking for perfection, okay? So what I want to do is I want this whole car to be painted. I don't really even take pictures too much of this car anymore. I really can't stand to look at it the way it is. I hate it. I do get compliments on it, but I hate it. So that's the goal. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm hoping maybe sometime over the winter. I don't know. Maybe next year. First of all, God laughs at us when we make plans, right? So this is my plan. We'll see what God's plan is. So I want to have the car painted. I want the car painted. Now, one thought was I wanted to match the color of the gentleman that painted the car, this blue color. I wanted to match it because that would have been the easiest, and do that and do like a blue interior. So now I have inside the car. I'll show you here. I'll take this. I'll do the lazy man's way. Got stuff in it. Obviously, I've shown this before. I got a lot of garbage in the car. Um, I have a original SS out of I think a '63 um, center console. I got these. I forget what's the name of them again. Pro car seats right now. Um, what I did was I also bought original SS seats at the swap meet in not Hershey. What was the other one? It'll come to me. Out in PA, the swap meet. So I have those seats. So So if I was going to do the interior, it would be blue. I would buy the stock seat covers, cover the seats in blue, and go with the rug with the blue, and I don't know, white. I don't know what I wanted to do, and the outside the blue with the white top. But there's another color I really, really, really would love to do on the car, and I don't want to give it away. I don't want to. We'll see, but if I could do the other color, I'm painting the entire car anyway. So what's the difference, right? So there's going to be minimal body work that needs to be done. Well, there is a lot of body work because I really want to. The floors were patched like a Fugazi way that they used to do the patches a long time ago. They cut out the rust and they just put a regular piece of sheet metal over it, rivet it in, and that's that. Whatever. I want to change all that. Okay. I got a lot of money invested in this car. I'm going all the way with this car. I'm never selling this car because it'll never make sense to sell the car. Never makes sense. So anyway, so these are the ideas I'm tossing around with this car, things I got to do and I want to do. So I'm hoping to do it my way. I'm hoping to be able to have the funds and be able to do it. I want to replace the rockers on the bottom. So I have to get an estimate, see what it's going to cost. We'll see. I have a lot of friends that do stuff. There's always people that do stuff on the side. I'm not looking for a show car. I am looking for a driver. I want, do I want a rock chip? Do I want to hear a rock hit my car? No. But I don't want a $25,000 paint job, and if a rock hits my car, I'm going to be like, holy shit, I don't even want to get out of the car and look at it. So it's a driver, it's a car that I get in and travel, go places with my family. That's what I want to do. So these are the ideas. This is what I want to do. Here we are at the what are we in September now, right? So we're heading into the weekend. Will be September 13th, and we're getting into fall. So I don't know what I could do, how far I can go with it. Do I slap the other door? Do I leave it like this? I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. Just put the primer, do get the body work done. Should I dip the stuff? Then I've seen people that dip it in little edges that the dipping in the acid, it comes back corrosion. I don't know. There's so many pitfalls, but I have to consult with people, see what I'm going to do. But and then I want to I want to change the windshield. I have another windshield. All the glass has to be changed. Not the rear, but moldings. There's a lot of stuff. So uh, I just wanna do it, and I want to not make the mistake and have to do it twice. Okay. Um, Here, I'll just bring this over here. I think you could see. I'm looking at this tripod. Um, so you've seen it before, but just to show, you know, here's the here's what we're looking at in the engine compartment, and I just want to do this right. I want to get the lights done. They're just smacked in there. They're moving around. This car is just, I got a lot to do to it. But you want to know something? The hard part is done, and for that I'm really happy. The hard part is done. I hold on. All right, we had a little interruption. Lady had to make a U-turn. I'm in like a U-turn thing here to get out. Because if you can see, I'm in historic Wallingford. This is a beautiful little park here in New Jersey. But anyway, so these are the things that are coming to the channel. These are the things I have to do. Stay tuned for the Sturgis video. Stay tuned for the Adirondack Nationals video. I'm gonna go to the another car show this weekend. Uh, Gosh, I forget. I'm gonna go to another car show this weekend. I'm gonna take some video of that. So there's a lot of stuff. Gasket Goons car show in Pennsylvania, really cool show. But I'm also that night going to see Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Sheryl Crow. Um, I forget who else, but I'm taking my son. We're going to see Bob Dylan. I know he's supposedly not good, but it's Bob Dylan. Anyway, So that's stuff that's coming to the channel. I hope to do better. I hope to film better. I hope not to go on as long and ramble and do all that stuff. But wanted to fill you in, and I got a mic now. I'm hoping this recorded the right way. Thanks. See ya.